So just an update, I made some goals in 2020. One of them being I was trying to make the USA National meet. Not gonna happen in the indoor season, unfortunately, but we got one goal I did accomplish. In 30 days in 2020, I was able to write and make a book, Bulletproof Setups, 31 Proven Stock Market Trading Strategies. I'm so excited about this book. In this video, I'm gonna tell you why I wrote it, how I published it, and what the next steps are. Stay tuned. So as you know, I quit my job a couple years ago to trade the stock market, and then I turned that knowledge into a business, which is called Market Moves. I moved all the content to my new channel. If you want a link to my Market Moves channel, link in the bio. But as you know, I trade the stock market full time, teach people how to do it, and now I just integrated a new product in my business that is so cheap and has so much value in it. Just a quick plug-in, if you want the book pre-released at a discount, head to marketmovesmatt.com, link in the episode bio. And my biggest pet peeve for anyone setting goals is that they're just talking about it. They're just talkers and they're not doers. That is my biggest pet peeve in life, hands down, is people that are talkers and talking all the time about doing things that they're not gonna do. You may have one person in your life that says, oh, the Swiffer, yeah, I thought about that idea years ago, but I just didn't do anything about it. Those people piss me off. That's why I make it my point for any goals I have in 2020 to go down and grind every single day to try to achieve. Writing this book wasn't easy. I spent 30 days straight editing it, writing it, making the right pictures, finding people to read it, giving me feedback to edit it some more, and making sure it was actually readable and understandable to beginning traders. And I'm sorry to rant about doers and talkers, but let's talk about why I wrote this book. So Bulletproof Setups, what does it mean? What value does it offer to the trading world? So this is an integral piece in my business because this is a lower price point. Like I said, offers a ton of value and will help traders everywhere find the best strategies, learn the best strategies, and hopefully make money from those strategies. And again, those are 30 strategies inside this book. But for my 5 years of trading, what I do is I watch the market. Every single day, I watch the market go up, go down, go up, go down, sometimes 8 hours a day. And when you do that, you see things that happen time after time again. My biggest mistake was I wasn't writing down these setups and these strategies. So when they happened, I basically traded them, and whether it worked out or it didn't, I never recorded it. That was a huge mistake. I started recording these setups over the past 6 months, and then it compiled into a list of 30. I really wanted 100. I wanted to say 100 bulletproof setups, but that just never happened. I didn't find 100 setups that repeated themselves this consistently. And after 6 months, I realized there was only really 30 setups ever that I liked trading. And that's where I stopped. I said, hey, 30 is good. That's one a month. And these are very hard to understand. So maybe the person should be reading one per day for a whole month, repeat that process, and that's how they pick up these bulletproof setups and have some success with them. So in every chapter, I release one setup and I give the best places to enter the setup, the best places to exit, the best places to put your stop loss, as well as why it works, like the psychology behind the trading and investing behind it. I also give warnings, I give pro tips. It's definitely the best book in the stock market, and trust me, I've read dozens of them. Nobody explains things as well as I do, and a lot of people have said that have read this book so far. Let's move on to how I wrote it and the process of releasing a book in the market, because maybe you run a business, maybe you find value in putting a book in the market that maybe can generate money for the rest of your life, or maybe just be a lead magnet. Let people come in your business and just offer that value to them initially. So once I had the book written, I gave it to a bunch of traders in my group. This is a very, very important step when writing a book. You want to validate, one, it has value, two, it's easy to understand, and lastly, you just want to go through that process again. This is a key step, is getting that feedback from people. I learned a lot from the feedback that I saw. If I just saw 10 pages of feedback, I could use that for the rest of the book because I know where my reader's mindset is now. For example, a lot of people needed things defined like short squeeze, support, resistance, divergence. All of these terms can just glaze over when people are reading it, so I really need to define them, and I put that in the glossary in the beginning of the book. But just the way I was talking wasn't really at a level for my readers, so I had to go to the whole book and adjust that, go through every single chapter and adjust. So the best step I did from this whole book is giving it to people initially to get feedback, and that changed the rest of the book to be better for the people who are gonna buy it in the future. Now let's move on to the next step of writing a book, is making the book cover. And luckily I have someone on my team that is great. He's my advertising guy, and he made the book cover. He did the colors, he did the title, he did that subtitle up here, and he made this background a stock chart. It's pretty perfect. Funny story about this though is I did 6 other colors. I did pink and orange and yellow, and then I gave them to a bunch of traders to vote on to see which one was gonna win. I really didn't trust that the blue book cover was really gonna win. The funny thing was, the blue book cover actually won after putting out to all my friends, families, and my traders out there. So they all voted for the same book cover. So an important lesson in business is trust people that are good at what they do. And the third step, once you have the book and the book cover, you're pretty much all done. Now you have to publish the book, whether it's an ebook, hard copy, or soft cover. For me personally, I'm using Amazon KDP because it's so easy to use, and I believe the Amazon platform is just so easy to sell on organically. So even if it doesn't boost the organic traffic, I do think it's just very easy to drop ship it from Amazon like this. And they take care of it all, and it's very professional. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my design into Amazon KDP. It's gonna be a 6x9 book. That's gonna be the size of the book when they order it, or they're gonna get the ebook. Something key I learned is if you don't wanna use Amazon's number, the barcode number, you can purchase your own for $100. So I had to purchase 2 ISBNs to allow me to sell this book anywhere. I'm not just gonna sell it on Amazon, I'm gonna sell it on Google, maybe Barnes & Noble, but you need to get the ISBN or else Amazon's gonna give you this KSBN number. Basically some number where they're only gonna let you sell it on Amazon.com. You don't wanna be pigeonholed to just one website. So make sure you use an ISBN that is yours, and you have to get 2, one for the ebook, one for the soft cover. The next step is key. Once you're on KDP, you have to make sure you don't release the book yet. The first thing you want to do is send yourself some samples. And the good thing is you can save a bunch of money, get these at cost. So for me, I think I can buy my book from $7 to $9, which is not bad. So once I get the book, I want to make sure the graphs aren't cut off, the numbers look good, and I want to make sure you can read all the stuff, the words, everything isn't too small. Once the book is perfect, that's when I'm gonna release it to the masses and everyone's gonna go wild. Again, if you wanna get notified when the book is released, just head to marketmovesmatt.com, link in the bio. You'll get an email right when that happens. And this is a key step. Once you're ready to release the book, if you can, it's best to have an email list so people can know about it right away. And the bigger the email list, the more sales you're gonna have initially. The more sales you have, the more Amazon can boost it to the masses if it does well. You're just gonna show up on the search pages higher. And now I'll tell you a pro tip on how I'm gonna use my book to generate more revenue and create more customers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give away my 5 best strategies totally for free in an ebook. And at the end of the book, I'm gonna tell them about my other 30 strategies that they can buy. This is called an upsell. This is what people do in the business world all the time, and especially when you're running an internet business. So that's totally how I'm gonna use my book. I'm being 100% transparent. And like I said, already it's a very, very cheap book, so don't feel bad about upselling it to people. And I do really, really wanna give people 5 strategies for free whenever they need it. And a lot of people watching this video may want to be successful writing a book and having sales from books. And the number one thing I'm going to tell them is make sure you're a voice of authority for some field, whether it's painting houses or it could be tiling kitchens. If you're a voice of authority, people are going to look towards you to learn and gain value from. And if you provide that value, they will pay for it. So the number one thing you want to do is provide value in your books, and most importantly, have a field where people trust you to provide that value. The last thing I want to do is tell you about my 4 favorite books that changed my life forever in the business realm. Stay tuned. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the 4 books that changed my life. 4 books that could change your life as well. So unfortunately, the hard truth in life is that books